Can you see how worn I am? Look at my freaking baggy eyes. Somebody should just start digging the hole, man. How much life could there possibly be here? Like, the reason I'm back out here is because that was all very intense and very meditative, and there was magic happen. Like, it was not just me straightening up. And amen. Can't wallow in it. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. Things I will never do again. Wear boots. Not with this leg. I haven't worn boots in like years. Maybe some work boots. But I'm thinking like cowboy boots or shit like that, you know. Nope, ain't going on this leg. I could never bend my foot right to get it in the boot. I'll put my foot up your ass if I can just figure out how to twist it. Not very scary. Yeah, because intimidating is the first thing you think when you look at me. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I do want to talk about what happens next if. Anyway, so real quick, because I gotta get on the clock, see if I can sort out my head. I know we have things to talk about, the paths. I am having, again, I feel incredibly good, especially considering, not all things considered. This isn't like, I feel pretty good considering my life sucks. It's more like I just feel incredibly good. Oh, and by the way, my life sucks. I saw a sign. I'm having, this is all still spiritual stuff. I'm having such a day. So, first of all, I am an hour behind myself. Almost, it was a little less than an hour, almost 45 minutes exact, which is exactly what I was behind, what I spent this morning on doing stuff for showings. But then I had such a time. I left the house and I was on my way down the road when I realized I didn't have my coffee, so I had to go back to the house. And then it seemed I got stuck in every bit of traffic, something I could along the way. But that was the funny part for me, because the first time out, I drove past a church with a sign that said, "This is the day the Lord made. Let us rejoice and be glad." And I thought, yeah, it's exactly what, focus on the good, focus on God. And every day, life creates every day perfect for you. Even the bad, crazy, fucked up shit, that is all for you. And then the getting stuck in traffic stuff. Like, I got behind a guy who was driving 20 miles an hour, on a 40 mile an hour road, and I don't know why. And it wasn't a road you could pass him on. Like, if I think you're driving slow, you are driving slow. And then a truck who decided he wanted to make the left-hand turn from the left-hand lane. I guess to beat the other trucks, which he did not do. And then he drove slow in the left-hand lane. Not only did the other truck pass him, I got behind the other truck and passed him. And I had to laugh, because it's just so typical. I just had a great moment, and I'm like, oh, every part of the day is perfect for you. And then I start having irritating shit happen. And at first I was irritated, and then I laughed, because I was like, I get it. All right. Let's see if you understand. And as it turns out, yes, it was perfectly timed for something, though I don't yet understand the point to that. I was pulling in to park in this spot. At the end of it all, I got through all that traffic stuff and went to the mechanic and took care of dropping off that check, and finally got out here. And as I'm pulling in, I see a guy there doing construction. He's walking across the parking lot holding this narrow, small, I could maybe make another table out of that. It's a pallet. And I was like, that will fit in my car. Grab that. Why? I didn't question it at the time. It just happened. And it's in the car. But why? Have you not noticed what's going on around here? House for sale, no money, But I did it. I am not in a position to question anything at the moment. I have to just... Sure. And the last thing is just a gripe about showings. I got a notification for a showing tomorrow night, 8 to 8:30 p.m. No. I sent a text to the realtor immediately. I'm like, 8 p.m. is an absolute no. I didn't even think to express that because never would I have thought that with people living in the house, someone would think it was an okay idea to come at 8 o'clock at night and disrupt their lives. I could never. So that's that gripe. So I do want to talk about the paths then, but not right now. I got to get myself together and do this day. Dude, we're going someplace. I don't know where, but I see it already. I'm watching this day unfold. She let me out of the handicap spot. That was the worst, dumbest place for Starbucks to put those handicap spots. Because the drive-through line backs all the way up. I wasn't even sure I was going to get into one. And yes, I'm handicapped, so I use the handicap spots a lot. So I'm watching this day unfold, and it just... I jumped down a rabbit hole somewhere. I didn't see it, so maybe it's better to say I fell.
In a quarter mile, merge onto US 222 North.
They're usually fairly obvious. This one, by the time things became obvious, I was like, oh, I'm already here. Don't you hate when you spill a drink in your lap and then you gotta spend hours walking around letting everybody think you pissed yourself and don't care? Look at that poor, sweet old man. He wet himself. They probably shouldn't let him out on his own, poor thing.